Did you know this simple kitchen staple can replace half the cleaners under your sink? There's real science behind why white vinegar is such an effective cleaning agent, and it's been a natural powerhouse in homes for generations. In this video, I'll guide you through everything you need to know about white vinegar, from its origins and how it's made, to some science experiments that reveal its cleaning properties and why it works so well. First, let's talk about its history. Did you know white vinegar has been used as a cleaning agent for centuries? Ancient Egyptians and Romans were using vinegar to clean and disinfect long before modern cleaning products even existed. In the 19th century, vinegar was the go-to cleaner for households. People used it for everything: cleaning surfaces, floors, windows, and neutralizing odors. But in the 20th century, with the rise of synthetic chemical cleaners, vinegar fell out of the spotlight. Chemical products promised quicker results, pleasant fragrances, and greater convenience. White vinegar, on the other hand, remains a powerful and natural alternative, proving its efficiency without compromising safety. Now let's talk about how white vinegar is made. Something to know is that not all white vinegars are naturally fermented. It can actually be produced in two main ways: through natural fermentation or industrial processes. When vinegar is naturally fermented, it is a two-step process. First, they take something with sugar in it, like grains or fruit, and let it ferment into alcohol. Then they add some bacteria that turns that alcohol into acetic acid. Voila, vinegar! The industrial way is a bit different. They start with synthetic ethanol, fancy word for alcohol, made from petrochemicals. Then they use bacteria to turn that into acetic acid. It's faster, but not as natural. The acetic acid in both is the same, but the difference comes down to the source. Natural fermentation comes from plants, while industrial vinegar comes from synthetic processes. Both types are safe for cleaning purposes, but if you're looking for a more environmentally friendly option, try to source organic, naturally fermented vinegar. White vinegar that is naturally fermented is safe for general use when used appropriately. Its natural origin and biodegradability make it an environmentally friendly option compared to synthetic alternatives. So how can you tell what is what when you're buying vinegar at the store? Unfortunately, it might not always be easy to know for sure, since brands don't always disclose their production methods and source. Look for labels that say naturally fermented or traditionally crafted. Also, you can check for organic certification, which usually means the vinegar was naturally made. Here I have 3 different brands of white vinegar, all labeled as naturally fermented. In some countries, products made from industrial acetic acid must be labeled as imitation vinegar. If you see this on the label, it is not naturally fermented. If you're learning something new so far, hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel and helps me continue creating more content like this. Okay, now to the science. White vinegar's cleaning magic comes from its acetic acid content, usually about 5%. This acid is strong enough to break down dirt, grime, and even bacteria. When you apply vinegar to a dirty surface, the acetic acid reacts with things like grease, mineral deposits, and soap scum, loosening them so you can wipe them away easily. That's why it works wonders on everything from hot water stains to sticky messes. Another key reason vinegar is so powerful is its pH level. White vinegar is acidic, with a pH of around 2.5. Many stains and dirt have a higher pH, so vinegar acidity helps to neutralize them, making it easier to clean and disinfect surfaces. And the best part? It's non-toxic and eco-friendly. You can use it around kids and pets without worrying about harmful chemicals. So whether you're wiping down your countertops or descaling your kettle, you're keeping your home safe and clean. White vinegar is a true multitasker in the cleaning world. Let's go over some of its properties. Acidic cleaners like vinegar are especially good at dissolving things like calcium buildup, hard water stains, or soap scum. The acidic nature works by disrupting the structure of these deposits, breaking them down into smaller components that can easily be wiped away. This is why vinegar is often recommended for cleaning coffee makers, kettles, anywhere you might have hard water buildup. While other natural acids like citric acid or lemon juice are also effective at cleaning mineral deposits, hard water stains, and soap scum, white vinegar is generally considered the most potent. Take a look at this experiment. I placed a raw egg in 5% white vinegar. Here's what it looked like after just a few hours. Look at the bubbles forming around the egg as the vinegar reacts with the calcium carbonate, slowly dissolving the shell. Now, after 24 hours, the shell is completely gone, leaving the egg with a rubbery texture. The acetic acid in the vinegar dissolves the calcium in the eggshell, much like how it breaks down limescale, hard water stains, and soap scum in the kitchen or bathroom. White vinegar is great for light to moderate degreasing tasks and is effective for everyday kitchen cleaning and light grease buildup. However, it may have difficulty tackling tougher baked-on grease. I've got a jar with some oil on the sides, and I'm going to pour some vinegar into it. Notice how the vinegar and oil don't mix at first, but give it a quick shake and you will see how the vinegar starts breaking down the grease. This is thanks to the acetic acid in the vinegar. It helps break apart the oil particles, making it much easier to clean greasy surfaces like stove tops and dishes. Just look at how quickly the oil begins to dissolve. Now let's talk about a classic reaction, vinegar and baking soda. If you've got grease or grime stuck on the surface, this combo is your best friend. When baking soda, a base, and vinegar and acid mix, they neutralize each other. The result? Mostly water and a bit of sodium acetate, which is a mild salt, and not very effective at cleaning by itself. But the real magic happens when the reaction releases carbon dioxide gas, causing all that bubbling and fizzing action. Those bubbles help lift and loosen dirt and grime, making it easier to wipe away. This foaming reaction is especially handy for cleaning clogged drains or tackling stubborn spots where it helps dislodge stuck debris. White vinegar is particularly good at removing mineral-based stains, including rust stains and hard water stains. These stains typically have an alkaline pH and are effectively neutralized by vinegar's acidity. Vinegar is also good at removing organic stains, teeth, grass, sweat, mildew. These stains often have a slightly acidic to neutral pH, and vinegar acidity helps break them down. Also, food-based stains, for example ketchup stains or juice stains. The acidity of vinegar helps break down the proteins and acids in these stains. Unlike air fresheners that mask odors, vinegar neutralizes them at the source. It's perfect for freshening up fabrics or cleaning the fridge. White vinegar has some antibacterial properties, but it's important to know that it's not considered a true disinfectant. The acetic acid concentration is what gives vinegar in its germ-fighting abilities. While it won't kill 99.9% of germs like commercial disinfectants do, it is effective against certain bacteria such as E. coli when left on surfaces for at least 10 minutes. This dwell time allows the acetic acid to do its job, breaking down the bacteria's cells walls. Studies have demonstrated vinegar's effectiveness against foodborne bacteria like Salmonella, certain viruses, and tuberculosis bacteria in laboratory settings. In the kitchen, vinegar is fantastic for everyday cleaning, particularly on surfaces like countertops, cutting boards, where you might not be as concerned about high-risk germs. It serves as a natural alternative for daily cleaning tasks. Curious to see vinegar in action against germs? Check out videos like Vinegar versus Bacteria under a microscope on YouTube. It's fascinating to watch how bacteria respond to vinegar in real time. To maximize the antibacterial properties of white vinegar, use it undiluted. Spray or pour the vinegar directly onto the surface you want to clean. The key here is dwell time. Let vinegar sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes. This gives the acetic acid the time it needs to break down bacteria and germs at a cellular level. Want to enhance vinegar's cleaning power even more? Heat it before use. Vinegar's antibacterial activity increases with heat, making warm to hot vinegar significantly more effective than room temperature vinegar for killing bacteria. A great application of white vinegar's antibacterial properties is cleaning cutting boards. Simply spray or pour the undiluted vinegar on the board, let it sit for at least 10 minutes, and then wipe it clean. You will be left with a sanitized surface that is safe for food preparation. So, while white vinegar isn't a complete germ killer, it remains a powerful natural cleaner for various situations. If you're looking for a non-toxic way to tackle everyday messes, vinegar is an excellent choice. However, for serious disinfection, you'll still need something stronger. So, does a 50-50 dilution of vinegar work the same as using it straight from the bottle? For everyday cleaning, a 50-50 mix of vinegar and water works great. It's less acidic, so it's gentler on surfaces. Diluted vinegar still works great for everyday cleaning, wiping counters, cleaning mirrors, deodorizing fabrics. But for tough stains or heavy grime, undiluted vinegar is your best bet. The higher the concentration, the stronger the cleaning power. Undiluted vinegar is more effective at breaking down stubborn soap scum in bathrooms and kitchens, cleaning drains and garbage disposals, tackling heavy mineral deposits, cleaning toilet bowls, and killing certain types of mold. But here's a note of caution. Vinegar's acidity, especially in its undiluted form, can be a bit harsh on some materials. For example, you don't want to leave it on metal surfaces for too long, as it could cause pitting or corrosion. Always rinse thoroughly after using undiluted vinegar on sensitive surfaces. Even though vinegar is natural, it's important to use it correctly. First, there is no need to use gloves because it's natural and non-toxic cleaner. However, wearing gloves can protect your skin from potential irritation or dryness, especially if you have sensitive skin or are cleaning for an extended period. And there are a few surfaces you should avoid using vinegar on. Avoid marble, granite, and cast iron cookware, as it can wear down the finish and seasoning over time. Prolonged exposure to vinegar can also cause discoloration of aluminium surfaces. Keep in mind that some range hood filters may be made from aluminium. And super important, never ever mix vinegar with bleach. That creates toxic chlorine gas, which is dangerous. Let's be honest, the smell of vinegar can be quite strong. If you find the scent overwhelming while cleaning, consider infusing your vinegar solution with citrus pills, herbs like rosemary or thyme, or essential oils. While this won't eliminate the vinegar smell entirely, it will help mask it and add a pleasant fragrance to your cleaning routine. Remember, once the vinegar evaporates, the smell will dissipate, so there is no need to worry. Let's quickly clarify the difference between different types of vinegar. White vinegar, it's the regular kind you find in grocery stores, typically 5% acidity. Distilled vinegar is similar to white vinegar but more purified, often used for cooking. Cleaning vinegar, this has a high acidity level, between 6 and 10%. It is more powerful for cleaning, but not safe for consumption. To keep things like mineral deposits from building up in your home, use white vinegar regularly. For example, a weekly wipe down with the vinegar solution on faucets and glass will prevent hard water stains from forming in the first place. Regular use can extend the lifespan of your appliances and fixtures, reducing the need for costly repairs or replacements. By integrating white vinegar into your weekly cleaning routine, you create a proactive approach to home maintenance, ensuring that your living space remains fresh, clean, and inviting. Now, let's talk about mixing Castile soap and vinegar. It might sound like a good idea at first, but here's why it's actually not recommended. Let's break it down. First of all, Castile soap has a pH level between 9 and 11.5, which makes it alkaline. On the other hand, vinegar is acidic. Now, when you mix an alkaline product like Castile soap with an acid like vinegar, they react. Basically, they neutralize each other to some extent, which reduces the effectiveness of both cleaning agents. So if you're hoping for a superpowered cleaner by mixing these two, you're actually getting the opposite. What also happens is something called unsaponification. The vinegar breaks down the soap back into its original oils. Instead of a nice, smooth cleaning solution, you end up with curdled, whitish, oily mess. Not only does this mixture look unappealing, but it's not going to clean anything well, and it could even leave behind a greasy residue on your surfaces. So what's the best approach if you want to use both Castile soap and vinegar for cleaning? The key is to use them separately, but consecutively. Here's what you do. Start by cleaning the surface with a properly diluted Castile soap solution. Once you've done that, rinse thoroughly to remove any soap residue. Then, if you want that extra shine or to cut through any remaining soap film, follow up with a vinegar solution, usually 1 part vinegar to 4 parts water. This two-step process lets you get the full cleaning benefits of both products without compromising their effectiveness. Just remember, when it comes to Castile soap and vinegar, they work better on their own than mixed together. I hope this video gives you a new appreciation for vinegar and all it can do. Remember, just because it's simple doesn't mean it's not powerful. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more tips on cleaning with natural, non-toxic ingredients. What do you think? Should I also make a video about the science behind baking soda? Until next time, happy cleaning!